What's happening, guys? Man, what a weekend. What an incredible weekend. Good friends coming up. Uh, People don't get to see very often. Came up, and we socked some dingers out the 2025 Alaskan Scottish Highland Games. Um, had a rough start, a little rocky start, you might say, in the stones, no pun intended. But I was able to battle back, get through it, come back, secure some second place finishes in the heavyweight and both hammers, um, and then kind of shit the bed in the height events. But it is what it is. Finished seventh overall, and I'm gonna tell you the spacing between third and seventh or eighth, I don't know, was tight, and it was tight all day. We were giving and taking points from each other all day, just as I expected, just as I've been talking about for the last few weeks. Tight group of very high caliber athletes. But hey, we all came together on Sunday. We had a great time. We threw our things, we threw our weights, and got to throw some salmon. Got to throw some challenge cabers. Threw some big stones, 116-pound stone, for a challenge event, and overall just had a good time with each other. Which is, hey, it's what it's all about. We're here to have fun. We're here to have a good time. Like I said, had a rough start to the games. Could have got in my feelings. Could have been in a funk and ruined the whole day for me. But I didn't. That's not what I do. It, it if you're gonna get in a funk about one event for the whole day, and then just be in a sour mood, you pretty much just wasted the whole day. So just find a way to get out of it. Whether it's just going to a buddy that you share the field with, that you trust, and be like, hey man, did you see what happened on that throw? Do you see anything? Give me a pointer. Throw me a clue, man. And maybe that's enough to get you out of your headspace. Maybe walking over, talking to the crowd for a little bit. Maybe that's enough for you. Maybe just going and hanging out and sitting with your loved ones for a few minutes between throws. That can do it too. Whatever it takes, man. Get out of the funk, bounce back, have a beer if the athletic director allows for it, of course. Whatever it is, man, just do something, get your mind back right, because in my experience, if you're in a bad mood about a throw, well, the throws just keep going poorly, so it's no good. So anyway, this is my recap of the day. I'll just voice over, talk about what I think was good, what I think was bad, and you can follow along. Like I said, it was a great time, great weekend as usual. As the Alaskan Scottish Games have come to be, they are a highlight game for most people, bucket list games for a lot of people, and it was no different this year. They take good care of us, and we get put us out there so we can put on a good show for the crowd. So, like I said, check out the video, watch some throws, enjoy it, and I'll catch y'all later. All right, here we are, jumping straight into stones. Braemar stone actually didn't go that terribly for me. I think I finished with a little over a 38-foot throw. And for a stone without much of a handle and weighing just over 22 pounds, 38 feet ain't too bad. I think it was 38.10 was my best throw. So I actually wasn't too far out of the running in that, maybe fourth or fifth place in the Braemar stone, I believe, if memory serves correctly. But you can see me messing around a little bit. Didn't quite have a handle. This one's going to come off a little bit. I think I got some power into it, but like I said, just wasn't coming. But where it really fell apart from when it was open stone, I can't even tell you. I'm back to the drawing board on that. I'm not Cal Lilly. That's how it's supposed to be done, and then this is how I do it. I think just a lot. I just need to go back to the drawing board on it. I was not waiting back, kind of, you're supposed to, when you land in the middle, kind of reload there, reaching back, and I wasn't doing that. And I also wasn't getting a lot of drive with that left leg back, so a lot of things going wrong. But finishing 5 feet off your normal Braemar throw, or open stone throw, is not good. I would have been better off Braemar throwing that son of a bitch. So rolled into weights, kind of like feeling a little shitty about my stone performance, but I didn't let it get too far into my head. Opening throw, tried to break my ankle right off my body, break my foot right off my body with my ankle. Yeah, Scratch fouled that throw. These guys didn't really realize I fouled it, but I did run out the back of it real quick before the weight even landed. But walked it off after that. Didn't feel too bad, so came back in. Kind of feeling it out, and actually unleashed a pretty good throw. I think I had 2 throws over 39, with one of these throws being 39, 7 3/4, and that was enough to get me second place in the heavyweight. So, good bounce back. Again, just try to keep your mind right if you ever get put in a situation. If you have a bad event, leave it in the past. Move on to the next thing, and focus on your cues. I can see, even though I did okay in the heavyweight, I would have liked to hit over 40. I think I was on track in my training to get me over 41, actually, but wasn't quite there. And I think I kind of know why looking back at these. And it really amplifies itself in the lightweight throw. I was really impatient getting into the cast. That's why I jumped halfway across the trig on my cast, is just kind of departing too early. With the second throw, much better, but I did not, as you can see in the slow-mo here in a second, I wasn't opening myself. I wasn't using that left arm to really create a really strong block. It just kind of drops here at the end. And then as a result, I fall back in towards the middle. So I really think that was probably a 5-foot mistake, because I should have been hitting 75 with this without too much of a problem. And then the same thing's going to happen on this next throw, where I just that left arm turns into a limp noodle. I don't know why. I've been doing really good with it in training, so I don't know. Just wasn't a cue. I wasn't focused on the right cue. The other thing I didn't really push off, I didn't get a lot of push transitioning in between on the second turn. And that can also help me with some distance. So, yeah, a couple of things to work on coming up for, in practice for getting ready for Enumclaw. And then we moved into hammers. And I knew this was going to be an event. I was ready for this event. I knew Scott Farr, the man you see there warming up, I knew he was the man to beat, and he proved it. And I didn't beat him, but I did walk away with second place in both hammers, pretty strong showing in the heavy hammer, and a decent showing in the light hammer. I ended up throwing 105.9 in the heavy hammer, which is a pretty good throw for a competition for me. I kind of disappointed I didn't get that 110. And I think I know why. This will be something in both the heavy and the light for me. I am leaving a little bit of power out. I'm not getting everything that I could into it. Just in that final sweep. When the weight comes around in front for the very final delivery, I'm not pushing across my body real well, and able to get just that last bit of power. I think if I can do that, I am for sure going to hit 110 feet in the heavy and then 130 in the light. But overall, good. I'm happy with the performance in the hammers. I can't be really mad at it. I think Scott and I were a few feet ahead of the next people. Scott only beat me by 4 inches in the heavy hammer. But then he went around and beat me by like 10 feet. Beat me like I owed him some money in the light hammer. Here's a slow-mo of it. Maybe you can see what I'm talking about. I had some really good winds, good lean back, and then when it came time to push here, you see I'm still kind of over on my right too much. I should be drifting maybe about 20% more to the left so I can really get that last bit of pushing power into the delivery. So that was the biggest throw of my day, 105.9, and then we moved into the light hammer. We got to use the rattan handle. We tried to use the rattan handle on the 22-pound hammer, but we broke one in warm-ups, and then we, in the first round, broke another one. So the judge thought it best we just go to a PVC handle, which we broke one of those too, so whatever. Ground's kind of hard on the fairgrounds. But this rattan handle on the 16 actually held up. And I don't know if it helped us get bigger throws or not, but it definitely held up. The handle held up. If you saw how I kind of was bouncing on one leg at the end, it just goes to reinforce what I think is true. I'm not getting enough over to my left on the delivery of this hammer. And it's not quite as bad in this throw, but you'll see I am still light on the left at delivery. I could definitely throw some more power into that, without a doubt. So I'm going to do some work on the lighter hammer, and maybe even do some underweight work as well to kind of work on speed and position. And then here's where the rest of the day kind of ended like I started. Cleared 14 feet, no problem. And then I went in front of 15 feet twice, and then not on video, but I bashed into the bottom of 15 with a hell of a velocity on it, but I just didn't get over. But I don't know. I think problem I've had before, and I realized, is I'm taking it too easy on wob. At my level in the pro class, with what I'm going to throw, I got to just give it the mustard. Put some mustard on a hot dog and throw the shit out of those, out of the wob, to be able to contend at that 16-foot area that I know I'm capable of. So, hey, live and learn, make some mistakes. Between the wob and this, I dropped from 4th to 7th. Really disappointed in myself for that. Missed opening sheaf at 24 feet, and then came back and nailed it on the second throw. And really, even going into this, I was sitting in 5th place. So all I had to do was probably clear 27. 30 would have been good, but clear 27, I think I would have stayed at least in 5th place, maybe 6th place. But it didn't work out that way. My misses were kind of all over the place, which means that I just wasn't getting right. Lost my focus. Missed off to the right again, like I did on 24 feet, and then I missed to the left, far to the left on the next attempt, and then just to the left on the last attempt. So, hey, it is what it is. Get back in. I think what I need to fix more than anything is not my technique. Trying to take out the spectators. Hey, they got a front row seat to a sheaf bag. I need to fix my focus in game sometimes. And that's probably true for a lot of people. If you're training a lot and you feel like training is going well and you don't do well in games, that means you need to maybe have a notebook or a notepad or something written down to remind you of your cues. Just couple of them, not a bunch of them, just a couple of them, and find a way to get your focus back. Last, just included a clip of the world famous Alaskan salmon toss. I took 2nd place in this behind Jared Conklin, threw it 33.5 feet or something like that. Just whipped it out there. It's a fun event. Everybody loves it. It's really iconic and synonymous with the Highland Games in Alaska. So we throw fish. Hey, it is what it is. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Had a hell of a fun time at the games with all the boys, and looking forward to the next competition, which is at the end of the month in Enumclaw, Washington. So if you're in the area, come check me out. Otherwise, watch my training leading up to it.